There are a lot of programs out there, and a lot of them are like 60-day diets or 90-day diets or lose 30 pounds or 50-pound diets, get shredded in 90 days type deal. And a lot of those are not long-term things unless you want to live in the gym forever. But if you're just a normal person who has a really busy life, I don't think a lot of these are attainable. So even though I normally talk about financial independence, saving money, and like finance tips, things like that, today I wanted to talk about my very, very minimalist workout that I do, so I am able to stay in relatively good shape for the average person. And I only have to work out an hour and a half to 2 hours per week. All right, so pretty much here's the deal. I used to work out 6 days a week when I was about 18, and I was going to the gym 2 hours a day, and I was eating everything. I was trying to get big, and it just didn't really work. I was getting a lot bigger, but I didn't have abs or anything like that because I was eating so much, and then it was just really not doing it correctly. I remember when I was playing basketball, I was a lot slower than I used to be, and I just didn't feel like healthy and stuff. So I found out about intermittent fasting and a different way of working out, and that was from Kino Body actually. But pretty much what I did was I changed my diet and I changed my workout. I dropped it down from 6 times a week to 3 times a week or 2, and I changed my eating from eating everything under the sun trying to gain weight to doing intermittent fasting and trying to stay at a very lean 8 to 12% body fat. And it worked really good. And I got to around 6% at one point when I was really dialed in. But then after that, for the past few years, about 4 years, I have stayed between like 8 and 12 just by doing this. So this diet is something very important, and we'll get to that in a sec. But the workout is something that is also important because you need to find something that is sustainable, something that is doable for your everyday life. You can't be going to the gym every single day unless you have that time, then that's cool for you. But for me, I didn't really have that time, and I don't really have that commitment. So what I do is I go to the gym 2 times a week for the past about 6 months, and I work out for about half an hour to 45 minutes. So this is only gonna work if you're working out correctly. You need to make sure that each time you're going to the gym, you're tracking your workouts, you're either adding 1 rep or about 5 pounds to each of your key lifts each time you go. So you need to make sure that each time you're going to the gym, you are getting stronger. And if you're getting stronger, your muscles are gonna grow. And then when your muscles grow, you burn more calories, and it's just a really good cycle to get into. So each time I go, I have 2 different workouts that I do. One is gonna be a back workout, one's gonna be a chest workout. So the back workout's gonna be like weighted pull-ups to really build that back, and then it's gonna be biceps and legs, and then probably a row, something like that. I change it up about every 6 weeks. And then for the chest workout, it'll be incline chest, like incline bench or flat bench or push-ups, depending on what you do. You can do all of these at home. Like, you don't have to go to a gym for this. You could easily fit this into like 20 minutes at your house. You can work from doing the most basic things to figuring out how to get to like a one-handed push-up. So you don't really need weights for all this. But I do go to the gym because it's like 3 minutes down the road. So for the chest, I do incline or flat bench. And then I'll do like maybe some weighted dips or some overhead shoulder press, and then some triceps, some legs, some abs. But all of this I do reverse pyramid training style. So this is going to be, you start with your heaviest weight first. So you start with your biggest, heaviest lift, which is gonna be your max, and you hit maybe 4 to 6 reps on that. And then the next one, you drop your weight 10%, you aim for 6 to 8 reps. And then the next one, you drop your weight 10% more, and you aim for like 8 to 10 reps. So this is how you make sure that you are fresh and you are really pushing on your heaviest weight, and you're adding either 1 rep or a few pounds each time you go. And if you are doing this correctly, you're gonna be able to do that every single week. If you're eating correctly and you're just following the same program, you know what you did last week, and then you just add a little bit more to it this week. Every single week, you're just gonna start getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and you're gonna see your body start to change because it's adapting to having to lift these heavy weights. So that is pretty much all I do. So I will start with the reverse pyramid training. I'll put 2 to 3 minutes of rest between each one. So you're working out, you're doing that 4 reps, then you're resting 2 or 3 minutes. And then you're working out, doing 6 reps, and then you're resting. So it's not that hard. I don't even break a sweat all the time. And you find that you get stronger each and every time you go to the gym. Now I did injure my shoulder, so I haven't really been able to lift much, but just so you guys can see how this works. For the next 2 months, I'll show you where I'm at now, and then I'll show you where I'm at in 2 months from now. And I'm just gonna actually start, now that my shoulder's healed, I'm gonna start lifting a little bit heavier again. I'm gonna add a few weights. I'll show you what my bench is at right now and then what it gets to then. And just by tracking your workouts and doing nothing else, eating pretty much the same, you'll see that this stuff really, really, really works. And another tip, that if you're trying to lose weight on the off days when you're not working out, try going for a 10-minute walk, a half-hour walk, an hour-long walk, depending on how much time you have. You will feel so much better. I do this especially during the summer. It's really cold right now, so that's why I've gained a little bit of weight. But during the summer, you just walk that half an hour a day, and it really clears your mind. It helps you feel a lot better, and also you're burning some calories, and it doesn't really make you hungry, as opposed to when you do cardio and like if you run for like an hour or a half hour, you're gonna feel really hungry. But if you're just walking, you're not gonna feel that hungry, and you're gonna be burning some calories. So that's a really cool tip that has helped me a lot, especially during the summers. Check it out. So this is not gonna work unless you're eating correctly. This is like the main thing. You need to find out how many calories things are, so you would just know. You don't have to track each and every little thing, but for the first few months, get MyFitnessPal, find out how many calories are in an egg, how many calories are in a tablespoon of butter, and figure out what you're eating so you know where you're at. It's the same thing as budgeting. You need to go know how many calories you're taking in and how many calories are going out. So find out how many calories you're burning. So if you're trying to lose weight, maybe you do your body weight times 11, your goal body weight times 11, and that'll be how many calories you should have. Or if you're trying to maintain where you're at, it might be times 15. Or if you're trying to gain, it might be a little bit more, but it really depends on where you're at. You just need to know what you're shooting for. So what I do for the diet is intermittent fasting. Now, I would eat everything under the sun if I started eating first thing in the morning, but pretty much what intermittent fasting is I start eating at around 1 or 2 o'clock and I stop eating at 10 o'clock at night, and that is pretty much it. And I make sure my calories are relatively where they're supposed to be in that time period. But I wake up, I have some sparkling water or a couple glasses of water to kind of fill my stomach up, and then I'll have a couple of cups of coffee throughout the day to blunt my appetite, and it really energizes you. And you notice when you're in this fasted state that your mind is really active. You have a lot more mental clarity when you're trying to work or whatever you're trying to do. And when you only have 6 or 8 hours to eat this 2,000 calories, you'll find that you're almost unable to overeat. Like, you can only eat so much food at a time, and if you start with something like a big bowl of oatmeal or some sweet potatoes or regular potatoes or whatever it happens to be, you can fill yourself up, and then there's not enough room in your stomach to overeat. So this is something that has really helped me hack dieting. That way I don't really have to diet, because if you have like all these little meals throughout the day, you're always going to be like hungry and you're going to be eating this like junky food. Then you're able to, if you don't want to eat like wicked healthy, you can have like a burger and fries and like ice cream for dessert and whatever else afterwards, and that'll still be losing weight because you're not eating like an insane amount. Obviously, if you like ate an insane amount, you're gonna gain weight. That's just how it works. But as long as you're eating relatively like normally, you're gonna be losing weight. We plan out the week before 2 to 3 meals that we're gonna cook that we want to eat, and then we'll cook those, and then we'll be good for 2 days off that meal. Then we'll cook another one, be good for 2 days off that meal, and then fill in the gaps with other things. But this saves so much time when you're cooking, and then also you're choosing to lose weight while you're meal prepping, while you're at the grocery store. That is when you lose weight, not when you are at home and you have to resist that chocolate cake. No, you chose not to have chocolate cake in the house, and that is how you lost weight. You don't even have that choice, or you chose to have food with you, so you don't have the choice to go out and get a steak and cheese sub. Instead, you're just like, man, I have this awesome food that's already with me. Like, why would I waste $10 and the time waiting for like takeout food or going out to a restaurant if you're prepared? So if you actually want to lose weight and you're willing to put in just a little bit of effort to change your lifestyle for something long-term, this intermittent fasting thing is not a short-term thing, it's a long-term lifestyle change. This working out 2 days a week is not like this crazy crash workout that you're gonna get burned out on. It's like an hour to 2 hours a week. Anybody can fit that in. I realize you guys are busy. I am busy too. I have a full-time job. I do this, I do other stuff. But this is something that is attainable for people who don't have an hour every single day of the week to go to the gym. So I'd highly recommend you guys at least try this out. It has been a huge help for me. And if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I will be going back to financial stuff next week, but I kind of wanted to mix in this life optimization strategies and things that have really helped me. And I want to continue to learn and make sure I'm trying to better myself every single week and trying to optimize the little things. If it's not necessary to go to the gym every day, or if it's not necessary to waste money on certain things, I want to just know about that so I'm not just wasting life. So thank you guys very much for watching. If you like this content, please like and comment down below. It really makes a huge difference in these videos if they're going to be successful or not. And if you think this is a cool tip, then just let me know. And if you have any cool fitness tips or hacks that have helped you out a lot, then just let me know. I am dying to learn more, and I'm sure we can all help each other out here. So hope you guys have a good day.